So today I want to talk about TBC preparation, and I've made quite a few videos on this topic talking about choosing a class, choosing a profession, which items to invest in, and basically telling you guys everything you'll want to do right now to prepare for TBC Classic. Well, today I want to make another TBC preparation video, but with a little twist. Instead of telling you what you should be doing, I want to tell you guys what you should not be doing right now, and rather wait until TBC before doing it. This video was suggested to me by Dragonall on my Discord server, and if you have any video ideas you want me to cover, join my Discord server through the link down below and let me know. This video will benefit more to new players that are just starting out in Classic, or maybe returning players that have chosen a new realm, or players or people that never made it to level 60 before quitting. Basically, we are covering things you will want to wait before doing, and the more content you have done in Classic WoW, the higher the chances are that you will already have done this. Some of these things will change already in the TBC pre-patch, and some might not change until TBC comes out, depending on how Blizzard decides to roll out content, but most of it will definitely happen already in the TBC pre-patch. But without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, don't buy all of your bank slots. Right now in Classic WoW, these bank slots scale in price, and once you get to your final bank slot, they will cost you 50 gold and 100 gold. In TBC, not only do you get a 7th bank slot, but the price for bank slot will also be capped at 25 gold per bank slot, meaning that if you don't buy your 5th and 6th bank slot before TBC, you will save yourself 100 gold per character. 75 gold, 100 gold, same thing. Number 2, Mounds. Some of you probably already know this, but don't worry, I'll go through it quickly. In TBC, Blizzard shuffles around the mount training versus the mount cost, but the prices remain the same. Additionally, you get price discount based on your reputation with the city you're buying the training and mounts from, 5% discount at Friendly, 10% at Honored, 15% at Revered, and 20% at Exalted. So grinding that reputation out now will save you some gold. Additionally, you can get a 10% discount by getting to rank 11 in PvP, which you might end up getting semi-passively if you plan to grind for the TBC pre-patch PvP gear that I talked about in a recent video. Number 3, I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but I'll say it anyway. Don't bother spending thousands of gold on GDKP runs right now. The gear you get will be replaced early in TBC anyway, and if you want to prepare your character gear-wise, then the rank 14 PvP gear will become available to everyone in the TBC pre-patch, as long as you can farm the honor and the badges for it. So if you want to enter TBC with some gear, grab the PvP gear and save your gold. Number 4, don't waste your gold on AQ20 books, as these will simply be taught to you by your class trainer in TBC. Number 5, if you have any items that have a certain weapon stat on them, like this headpiece with plus 7 axes skill, that item is worth more right now than it is in TBC, because that axe skill will be replaced with expertise. So first of all, do not buy any of these right now, and second of all, if you do have any of these, try to sell them now while they're worth more than they will be later. Number 6, do not buy any Flasks of the Titan. Several Flasks are getting nerfed in TBC, so stay away from buying any recipes from Classic in general, as we are getting new ones in TBC, but I wanted to bring this one up because the health you get from it is literally 1/3 of what it used to be. Number 7, do not buy the Skullflame Shield. The Petrified Lichen is confirmed to be better, and the Petrified Lichen scales with gear, because the more block rating you have, the more often you will proc that poison damage, and that poison will take for a lot of damage. The Skullflame Shield has less armor and less block rating as well, and it's also percentage based. The 3% chance of stealing life is useless, as you constantly heal yourself through Figurine of the Colossus anyway, and purely based on damage output and usefulness, the Petrified Lichen outperforms the Skullflame Shield. You don't have to take it from me, but I've spoken to several Paladin mains as well as content creators that are legit Paladin gold farmers, and it is what it is. The Petrified Lichen is also almost free to obtain, as it only requires Honored Reputation with Sporegar, which, trust me, is insanely easy to get. So save yourself the gold, don't buy the Skullflame Shield, go for the better and the easier to obtain shield. Number 8. Don't buy any classic WoW gems, as those will be pumped into the market big time once the jewel crafting becomes available and people start prospecting a lot of mithril ore and thorium ore. Number 9. Don't invest into or stock up any mooncloth or arcanite bars for classic TBC. Mooncloth are still useful, but the cooldown for crafting it is removed in classic TBC, so people can mass craft as many mooncloth and arcanite bars as they want, which will ruin the profitability of crafting those items, so sell those while it's profitable. Number 10. While large brilliant shards are still used in the Burning Crusade through several items, but namely the brilliant wizard oils, which are used by every caster except shadow priests I think, protection paladins farming Stratholm and Skullmounds will also get 2 to 3 large brilliant shards per run, so there will still be a somewhat decent supply of large brilliant shards in TBC as well. I thought I would bring this up because personally I have invested into quite a large amount of large brilliant shards, and I'm starting to think it might not have been such a good idea, so definitely keep that in mind if you're looking for items to invest in for TBC Classic. TLDR, Protection Paladins will supply large brilliant shards, and there will be a lot of Protection Paladin gold farmers in TBC. I will also add a couple of things you might want to know about TBC itself. If you have a lot of gear you want to disenchant, specifically high level gear, you might want to disenchant that now, because in TBC you actually need higher enchanting skill to disenchant high level gear, and the higher level the gear is, the more skill you need in enchanting to disenchant it, while right now in Classic you can disenchant anything with 1 skill in enchanting. You will also be able to ride your ground mount at level 30 instead of level 40 in TBC. The experience required to go from level 20 to 60 is reduced, and there's a lot more quest hubs within the game itself, so leveling will be faster and easier. If you have any professionals like tailoring or alchemy, those need to be leveled to level 50 to be effective in TBC. Additionally, if you want to proc rate, you need your tailor to be level 60, and your alchemist to be level 68 to get your specializations, which allows for additional procs. And if you're going to play a feral druid, you might want to get yourself the wolf's head helm, as that is best in slot. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. That's a couple of things you don't want to do and don't want to buy, plus a couple of tips in general for TBC Classic that is hopefully going to help you get prepared for the Burning Crusade expansion. Remember that I have a Discord server that you can join through the link in the description, and if you do enjoy my content and want to support me financially, while also getting some gold making information or advice for TBC Classic, you can check out my Patreon as well, which is also linked in the description. The support lately has been insane, and I just want to say thank you. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you slap a like on it and hit me up with a subscribe as well, because I will be uploading a lot of TBC videos, and you don't want to miss them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.